Wow. Sis Val, Miss VAO 11 is the first one in the house. Hello, welcome. How are you? Oh, okay, the volume is clearly not done. All right, I hope you have your bonnet ready. I'm here, by the way. I'm trying a new position in the house. I don't know if it really works well because the sunlight is to the side of me. I see Beatrice Kadri is in, Beatrice Kadri is in the house. I tried to put her first and last name in there. Oh, she said, what a natural beauty. Don't gas me. Do not gas me. Trying to fix up this setting here. I beg. We don't lie. Story of Motherhood TV. Ro. My one and only Ro. My mentor. Yes, live stream everywhere. How are you? The one and only Story of Motherhood TV. She is the mother to two beautiful children and a cute husband. Okay? Yes, so please divide yourself. We like it like that. How are you? Woo! She's calling me Roro, but when she's the Roro, thank you. She said I look beautiful. Thank you. I hope you are doing well. I'm gonna let everybody trickle in before I tie my bonnet. I'll be my scarf, and then we get to talking. We get to talking about the movie of the day. I'll be the show of the day. Cause last week was Skinny Girl in Transit. This week is what's this week? Love is War, duh. We're here to talk about Love is War. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much, Sis V, for holding it down. You a real one. So at the 5 minute, oh, my hair. This hair it's just something. You know, it's a little something. What I did was I put, So, Brian, please bring me the Oxford. Roro, why not? Okay, I'll bring it down. You know, but even as I try to bring it down, it still goes back to like a New York accent. Funny enough, your hair looks so nice. Thank you. What did I do? Oh, actually, I'm gonna edit a video so that it can be up tomorrow. But basically, instead of doing a wash and go, he's sleeping. My dad, this man said, this is a new look, love your hair. Thank you very much. Thank you. Break it down to my level. Okay, story of motherhood, I'm breaking it down to your level. But the thing is, when I try to put on a Nigerian accent, I sound like I'm forcing it, right? So, I actually went to the doctor today, and before she found out my name, she had no clue where I was from, you know? And I was speaking to her like this. VAO 11 is saying, welcome to the stream, fully canking. So yeah, we're discussing, and you will manage. Oh, of course, you be my mentor, mentor. So yes, we were speaking and everything, and then she says, oh, where are you from? And I was like, New York. And then she was like, originally, and I was like, and then she was like, originally, and I was like, okay, ethnically, well, yes, I'm Nigerian, I'm Yoruba. She's like, oh yes, I can tell because you have a strong accent. I was like, I have a strong Nigerian accent? Wonderful. Okay. I said, you don't think that you believe so because you heard my name? And she was like, no, I hear it. The words you're speaking, it's a strong Nigerian accent. I was like, okay. If you say so, then I believe you. I guess I have a strong Nigerian accent, but Nigerians are telling me that they can't even understand me. So, sis, which one is it? To her host? Oh man, I just realized that sometimes I actually miss the chat. This one wants to die and embarrass me. You're not gonna embarrass me tonight. Has it hit the 5 minute mark? Oh, we have 9 seconds before we start discussing Love is War. Okay. had the thing where you can see everything to her host is strong accent. She don't know what she's talking about. Wait until she hears me. Then some people are funny, Sha. Beatrice, exactly. If we were standing together, then I don't even know what she would say, because you don't look Nigerian, right? But you sound Nigerian. I look Nigerian, but I don't sound Nigerian. But she was like, oh, she was like, yeah, it's such a strong accent. And I was like, okay, if you say so, whatever you say, that's fine. I'm trying like not to miss the chat, but I'm definitely on WhatsApp instead of YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing right now. This Wi-Fi. You know what? I'm gonna just pay attention. And oh wow, we are actually almost at 6 minutes. So V-Dub Boogie, hello V-Dub Boogie. Who is? I'm like staring so hard at trying to see who V-Dub Boogie is. Still outside? No problem, Amy's TV. Take your time on the outside. We love people on the inside. Okay. So as they are coming in, share. Thank you so much, Story of Motherhood TV. Story of Motherhood TV is my one and only role model. My mentor. Hello, Amy's TV. She says hello, host and everyone. Hi, V-Dub Boogie. Hello to you. How are you doing? But yes, as I was saying, Story of Motherhood is my one and only role model, mentor. She is an immigrant mother to 2 beautiful sons, and she has a cute husband. Okay, so go check her out. All right, her last, well, no, I might be wrong. I was gonna say her last video was about why she married an Uromi husband, but I could be wrong. Go check out yourself and find out. Ooh, okay. All right, guys, don't answer her. What you mean don't answer her? I totally get what you're saying. People actually think I'm fake Nigerian accent because I don't look the part. I beg, Beatrice, ignore them. Because honestly, I'm sure like if I was way lighter with this hair texture, I don't even know. It's weird because what does a Nigerian really look like, right? You know, because you're Nigerian from what I know, both your parents are Nigerian. My hair is average length. But people are like, oh, you must have like some European in your blood. I'm like, nah, my parents are both Nigerian. Like they pretty black. Like I don't think there's any mixing going. Is it my real hair? Yeah, it's my real hair. I don't know how to like show it to you. I Gladon said, I don't come here, my American. Yes, so please come. When I tried to come back to you, it was done. Like, I don't know, my Wi-Fi is just trash. But anyway, yes, it's my real hair. I'm actually going to try to upload the video. Thank you. Upload the video tomorrow. Ooh, speaking of tomorrow, that reminded me of next week. And I won't, since Gladys, Story of Motherhood is greeting you. I won't be having a live next week, so I'll just put up 2 videos next week. All right? I think we have enough people in here for me to introduce you all. Let me get into character. My love has so much. Okay. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ibiro Nkel, and you are welcome to the 2nd installment of Bonnets N Bochinche, where Bochinche means chit-chat. So let's get into some better gist. All right, so basically Bonnets N Bochinche means that you need to have on a bonnet, a headscarf, a hat, a do-rag, something covering your head, and we discuss whatever it is that we're gonna discuss. You're listening and edit, that's totally fine. I got it, I totally understand. Yes, so that just means that we gist about whatever. Last week, we spoke about Skinny Girl in Transit and how Tiwa was failing a little bit at being a good wife. But, you know, I have wives in the chat who could speak better to that. And this week, we're going to be talking about Love is War. So I actually watched Love is War as a recommendation of Tenny Belo. Be right back. I'm going to share your live stream. Thank you so much, Beatrice. So I actually watched Love is War on Netflix as a suggestion from Tenny Belo, who's actually a fellow content creator here on YouTube. And I watched it on Netflix. It was about 2 hours long. I think it was 1 hour and 41 minutes. And I'm just going to read the description that Google gives out. It says, Sparks fly as husband and wife both win nominations as candidates of two major parties in an upcoming gubernatorial election. I just shared your stream. Thank you, Beatrice. Actually, wait, this is called Bonnets N Bochinche. I need to wrap my hair up. Okay, so I guess you guys get a, what do you call it? A free headscarf tutorial. Don't worry, this is not the headscarf that I'm going to be keeping on. This is just the first one to get the hair out of the way, right? We get the hair out of the way. You tie it down, but you don't like make a knot because you don't want it to be bumpy when you put the actual scarf that you want on your head. So here's a trick, y'all. You can get like a beautiful kimono or anything long. It doesn't have to be an actual scarf, just if you want length. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to take this kimono. It's actually a gift that I inherited from my friend Olamisto. And then you put it on your head. I don't know if you saw that, but I took it like this. I put it on my head. See that? And then you bring it to the front. Here listening, but busy with my night routine. That's totally fine, story of motherhood. You take the top part of the arms. You see how it's like sitting like this? You take the top part. Then you bring them together in the front and you tie, right? But you're not done. This is not a scarf. This is not cute, right? So then you're going to bring, child, too many arms. You're going to bring this part here like this and tuck it in. Oh, child. Whew. Maybe I should have done this before. I was trying to show y'all organic. And then you're supposed to tuck it in, not as badly as I'm doing, and then you take the longer arms and tie around. So let me just stop talking and probably show you. Maybe that will work better. Fingers crossed, y'all, because this is supposed to be like a new thing that I'm doing out here. Ooh, child, it's hot. All of a sudden now that I want to tie this thing. Okay, then take this part like I said. Okay. Nope, this is not coming out as I expected, but it's okay. This is called organic. Organic. Yeah, nope, this wasn't a good idea. But I promise I usually do tie my scarves like this, and it usually does work. Okay. But anyway, still have your bonnet on. We're gonna make this work anyway because the topic for today is love is war. Shared, thank you, sis V. I don't know if I was missing any chats. Sorry, mother, can you see how I'm struggling? This stuff wants to just embarrass me. Woo. I wish I had pictures to prove to you. Don't worry, sister. Good, thank you. To prove that I have done this several times before. But you know, stage fright, I think that's what I'm having right now. So, we're just going to tie this around our head because we need to get to the important matter, which is love is war. Oh my gosh, how could this embarrass me like this? Don't laugh. She said I'm laughing so hard here. Look, now I look like a village woman. You see? I know, it's my village people. They did this to me. They did this to me. But they will not succeed. They will not succeed. Okay. All right, on to the matter, like the actual topic of today. So we're talking about, this looks terrible. We're talking about love is war. And on love is war, there was a glad my do-rag is simple, right? Because this is, who are you, Vida Boogie? I keep trying to look at this picture and I can't see. Vida Boogie. You kind of look like my friend's brother. Whew, Lord, child, this thing is bringing heat to my head. Maybe we can, I must talk this with my live streamer. Sure, you can talk about it. It's fine. As you can see, I'm trying to play who your friend. My friend is TT, but I don't know if this is the same person because I can't see your face from where I am. And I'm gonna take this scarf off because I look like a freaking builder. Okay, so clearly she's not your sister if you're asking me questions about her. But anyway, y'all, this is my bonnet for today because you're in New York. Do I know you, Vida Boogie? Do I know you? Are we like do I know you in person? Good evening, everyone. Says Tammy and Family TV. How are you? You are welcome to Bonnets N Bochinche, where Bochinche means chit-chat. You look like, I know, right? Like a village farmer. You know what, guys? We're going to suspend bonnets for today. My hair look better than this. This is crazy. Good evening, Tammy and family hosts. Wow. Don't worry, I'm just going to wear a regular old bonnet next time. You know what y'all should do? Whoever makes bonnets should sponsor me, because what's the meaning of all this? No bonnets, right? This is crazy. Woo, child. But anyway, this is still Bonnets N Bochinche, where Bochinche, she said better host. Thank you. Okay, so let me describe what Love is War is about. So Omoni, I don't know if I'm saying her name properly, but Omoni Oboli, hey, Omoni Oboli is a Nigerian actress. She is the protagonist in the video, and I'm gonna keep my hat on just in case. Yeah, please keep your hat on, okay? I was really struggling with the scarf, and that's fine. That's fine. Next week, I'm just gonna have a ready-made bonnet, so that this never happens. There's nothing wrong with looking organic, sis. Thank you. Good evening, my story of motherhood. Busy but here. That's fine. Story of motherhood. Okay, so Omoni Oboli is the protagonist in the movie. She is married to RMD, Richard Mofedami-Joe, in the movie. They have a daughter whose name I don't know. I actually didn't realize that she was their daughter in the beginning. I was just like, what's going on? Like, why does she have so much attitude? And then I realized, like, oh, she's upset because her mom, that is a politician, doesn't really have time to always be in the house. And that's not to say she wasn't a good mom or wife. She clearly did what she needed to do. But the girl would always make jokes like, well, if it was Sharonda, I don't remember if that's the name, if it was Sharonda, she would be home to make dinner or something like that. So those are the three-ish main characters. You have Omoni Oboli, you have RMD. They're married in the movie. And she is a politician. That's what she wants to be. That's what she wants to do. But she is from Niger State. Yes, Niger Delta. Yeah. And then her husband is from Ondo State. This is important to know, right? And the reason why it's important to know is because in Nigeria, technically anywhere really in the world, if you want to be honest, if you're not from a certain state, you can't really represent those people. So I am from New York, born and raised, therefore I can, hi uniqueness, therefore I can run for office and do things in New York because that is where I'm from. Whereas like if you're from Florida, it just doesn't work like that. You can't come to another state and represent that state. That's usually not how it works. I'm sure maybe there have been exceptions, but that's generally not how it works. Okay, so now the wife, Omoni Oboli, is from Niger State, and she wanted to run for a position in Ondo State, where her husband's from, and they were like, nah, it's clipped. You can't do it. But because she's married to him, she could no longer go back to her own state and represent people there because they're like, no, you've taken on the I guess citizenship or the stateship of your husband. So now she's like, she has no citizen status in her own country. She's not from Niger anymore. She's not from Ondo anymore. She can't represent anybody. And it's just like, this is crazy because at the end of the day, she wants to be a politician. She wants to represent women. So I guess like the head of her party, played by Shafi Bello. Shafi actually is from New York. Foley Kankan says, greetings to all. So Shafi, she used to live in New York, I think. Well, no, let me not say that. She used to live somewhere in America. But anyway, hi Agnes M. Agnes M says, hey y'all. So Shafi is like the head of the wife's political group. And she's like, you know what? We're gonna have you represent our party for Ondo State. And she's like, I can't do that. She's like, I'm not from Ondo, remember? I'm from Niger, so I can't run. Sha Dimes ASMR says, hey sis, hi, how are you? How are you doing? We're currently discussing the movie Love is War, right? I'm giving a, hello everyone, says Sha Dimes. I'm giving a synopsis of the movie so that we can actually end up discussing. I don't want to be the only one like talking. So that's what happened last week. I'm doing well also. I hope you're doing well. So what I do is I describe what happens and then we just talk from there. Okay, so I thought this was your, huh? Lord, child, I don't know what you're saying, Agnes. Ladies, I am Mother's Creativity says hi. Hi to you. I thought it was tea. I mean, I guess it is tea. Okay, you know what? Since he said that, I'm going to welcome everybody again. Welcome to my channel. My name is Iburo Chile, and you are welcome to the second installment of Bonnets N Bochinche, where Bochinche means chit-chat. So let's get into some beta gist. All right, so as I was explaining, there's a wife from Niger State in Nigeria. There's a husband from Ondo State in Nigeria. The wife is a politician. The husband is a doctor. So because the wife is not from Ondo State originally, she can't represent that state for anything. Because she married this man from Ondo State, she cannot go back to her own state to be a politician. Great, we got that out of the way. Now, her party's like, you know what? Shafi Bello actually has cancer, so she can't really run for this day. So we're gonna have you run. And she's like, did y'all forget where I'm from? So they get a waiver, and she's allowed to run for office, for governor of Ondo State, right? So, what's this man's name? God, he's light-skinned, Jide Babs. What's his real name? Jide Kosoko. So Jide Kosoko is like the state chairman, and he's like, yeah, nah, I don't want that girl running. She can't run for my state. She's not even from my state. Clipped. But something Lewis, God, a guy above him, the higher up chairman is like, no, we're gonna have her run. So now it's a whole bunch of problems, right? So Jide Kosoko's like, you know what? We're actually gonna have somebody run against her. Hi, Indies World, how are you doing? So Jide Kosoko's like, we're gonna have somebody run against her. You know who we're gonna have run? The husband. They have the husband run against the wife. And the husband's like, I'm not doing that. I'm a medical doctor. I know nothing about politics, blah, blah, blah. And the wife is like, no, you should do that, actually, because if I lose, at least I'm losing to my husband, or whatever. I'm reading the chat, by the way. If anybody like calls out to me, then I'll answer. But yes, so the husband's like, I'm not doing that. That's a terrible idea. And the daughter's like, no, this is a great idea. And I'm sitting here watching the screen like, y'all all idiots. This is gonna end badly. There's no way that a husband and a wife can run for office of the same position and like something not happen. And RMD, the husband, actually foreshadowed it. It is messy, that's what I'm saying, Agnes. So the husband actually foreshadowed it saying, yeah, this is going to ruin our marriage. I said, brother man, you telling the truth. I watched it on Netflix yesterday. Roro, wasn't it a good movie? Beatrice says, a disaster waiting to happen. Exactly. So here's Omoni's brilliant idea. She's like, you know what? You're gonna run against me, and you're not going to actually run. You know, you're just gonna sit there in the background. And he's like, all right, sure, whatever. So he's doing exactly that. And then the husband's like party on Netflix. Let me lock in. Yeah, it is on Netflix. I love it too, actually. Story of Mother. I thought it was a good movie. I thought let's talk about. Let me not jump. So the husband is basically not doing anything. He's just a silent candidate, and the wife is basically like, yeah, you know what? Oh, it's not my husband's fault. He doesn't know any better. His party is the evil party, and blah, blah, blah. So now they start insulting the husband, saying, hi, Umekwe Promise, how are you doing? They start insulting the husband, saying kosheri, as in like he's never done it before. He don't know what he's doing. He's dumb. Basically, they're sure he's dumb. So now the husband, he's feeling the type of way. He's like, you know, I don't appreciate the way you're making me look in public. Like you're making me look like I don't have a mind of my own. I'm like, problem is starting. So already they having issues, right? And she's like, no, that's not what I mean. I'm just saying like, I'm glad you're doing well, promise. She's like, no, it's just that blah, blah, blah. But the husband already has it in the back of his head. And we have to remember, he's a Nigerian man with an ego. So it's definitely at the forefront of his mind. Okay, so mind you, he's still practicing as a medical doctor. I'm trying not to give the whole movie away. Let's skip. It gets very nasty. The wife's supporters are beating up the husband's supporters. The husband's supporters are beating up the wife's supporters to the extent where, okay, who wanted it? Somebody wants to dance in the chat, y'all. To the extent where the daughter was trying to get to the wife's hotel one day, and she was scared for her life because they were fighting in the middle of the street. It gets really nasty. And then at one of the campaigns that the husband was doing, a lady runs over to him being the husband, like, yo, they are trying to ruin my life. I don't want to give all the details away. They're trying to ruin my life. And he feels so bad. He feels so empathetic and shows all this compassion, which makes sense and shows that he is a good doctor, because doctors need empathy and compassion. But anyway, he's like, oh my gosh. So he tells the wife, like, yo, this is what happened. And the wife is like, okay, I actually agree with the governor. That was a good idea. And he was like, oh, nah, my wife is evil. Something's going on here. So now he actually starts running. The husband actually puts his all into the running. And so now the wife is like, yo, whoa, this is not what we planned. This is not what we planned at all. What are you doing? So the husband's like, well, I just don't think that you're fit anymore. She was like, well, I wish that you would have been confident enough to tell me. Anyway, skip, so that I don't say everything. The husband is winning, like, a lot, because at the end of the day, he is the one from Ondo State, so the people are going to naturally vote for him, even though the wife is the one that's qualified, right? So the wife is like, you know what? Let's have a debate. And they have a debate. And when they have this debate, the husband gets so excited that he nearly reveals the family secret. And the wife reveals the family secret. Now, I wish I could tell you what the family secret was, but that would only be if I knew you weren't watching the movie ever later on. So I'm not going to say it. But anyway, she just keeps on talking, and I'm watching it like, sis, you don't have to keep talking. Like, it's okay. Like, stop telling people what happened in your family. Stop. Nope, she keeps on going. And I had to actually pause the movie because I couldn't take it. I was like, ooh, this is a little too much for me. This is a little too much for my heart. Oh my gosh, my heart it stopped. Okay, so Agnes says we'll make way after the synopsis. Yes, please be patient with everybody. Everybody here is loyal. They return to you. Beatrice said, and that's Beatrice. It was like you were there. When I was watching the movie, I was like, ooh, and okay. So that happens, right? But get this. The husband, because it was like the husband was in my head. The husband the next day is like, I know you, and I know you very well. There was no way that you would have kept on revealing that secret unless you had another motive. I said, come on. Let's do this. Yo, you know she really did have an ulterior motive? And I was like, sis, why? Why would you do that? So I'm not going to reveal who wins or anything like that. You can watch the rest of the movie. But my question now is, to what length would you go for your own personal aspirations as a married man, as a married woman? Because I personally thought they both did the most. The husband did the most in the sense that, like, he couldn't even, like, admit to his wife, like, yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to start running against you, and I'm going to make sure you lose. Like, they were proper fighting for this position. Of course, she had an ulterior motive. Women are not stupid. Exactly. Because as she kept talking, I was like, stop revealing it. Like, no, don't say anymore. She would have been dropped because she started it, to be honest. You know, and like, I feel the same way. I feel like it was too messy for me. I personally feel like, as husband and wife, one, you should not be competing in such a, I don't even know the right word to use. Like, don't get into that battlefield, don't get into that arena and start fighting each other. Where's Tenny? Tenny's actually the one that recommended this movie to me. But yeah, don't start fighting each other over something that has an expiration date, right? Yeah, that's just asking for trouble. You should be on the same front. And it's in such a toxic way. Yes, I agree with both of you. Because the thing is, right, like, to my knowledge, marriage is, for better for worse, is like, you are supposed to be there till death do us part. So for you to be fighting over, thank you, Beatrice. So for you to be fighting over something that literally is just so ephemeral, so transient, can just go away in the blink of an eye. Like, you can literally get impeached. You could literally be removed from office. There's an expiration date on that that gubernatorial seat. Thank you so much, Lady Zion Mother's Creativity. Thank you for being here. Like, I feel like your marriage should hold so much more. Hi, Gladden. Thank you so much for still being here. I feel like your marriage should hold so much more weight than your own personal aspirations, because, like we discussed last week, man and woman become one, right? When you get married, you're literally a team. So whatever I do, my husband should be like supporting me, and whatever my husband does, I should be supporting him. At least that's my understanding of marriage. If you're married in here and you think otherwise, you can definitely let me know. If it was that important, she should have put her aspirations first before she got married, or at least given her husband a heads up. So it's funny because we literally said that last week, right? There's a show called Skinny Girl in Transit on Indani TV on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but basically, Tiwalade is the protagonist of that show as well, and she gets married to basically the owner of her company. They didn't originally know that she was employee and he was the employer at first, but it was like the husband was well aware of what her aspirations were. I personally believe that he was very supportive of it and her always, but she couldn't seem to understand how to balance her aspirations and her role as a wife, in my opinion. And I feel like that's kind of what Omoni did in this movie as well, because it's like, why would you do that? I felt like she went absolutely way too far at the debate. There was a way, because the thing is, granted, the husband is definitely at fault for getting so excited to the point where he almost revealed it, but like, he caught himself. He literally was like, oh yeah, because my wife, and stopped. He was like, yeah, because this isn't the first time my wife, and then he just stopped, right? Meaning he clearly realized, like, whoa, calm down. Like, this is not worth your marriage. And then the wife was like, oh, damn, true, that's hard. And then the wife was like, oh, so we're going to go there, and then just spills it. That's too much. Like, I don't know anything that could make Big Man 21 at R. Raya, is that you? I think that's my brother. Today's my brother's birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to my brother. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like everybody's marriage is different and people should do what works for them, but I feel like there are certain principles and certain foundations that you should have set, and nobody should cross boundaries when it comes to that. Oh, Beatrice says happy birthday to my brother. Thank you, darling. But yeah, that I think that was my only issue with the wife. Agnes says happy birthday, Foley. Beatrice says long life and prosperity. Thank you both. But yeah, I don't know. The wife's actions really did not sit well with me from that point on, because originally I was upset with the husband for not being honest with the wife that he was actually going to run against her. But I see people are coming in and out. Say hello. We love people here. Hi, Evelyn. Sis Evelyn Ambrose is in the house. Hey, God, it's hot. Okay, side note. We're going to get back to Love is War. But apparently, she sounds like a sociopath. Exactly. She went too damn far. I agree. And honestly, this channel is starting to make me seem like I don't support women. But honestly, I'm definitely a feminist. That's the thing. But I feel like in feminism, realism also exists there. There is no reason why you need to put somebody else beneath you in order to get ahead or on top. That's just problematic. Granted, though, you do though, but that lady doesn't sound normal. I know, so like I have to put it out there that I don't have anything. I'm a woman, for like crying out loud. Like, I believe women should have equal pay for the same work that men do. I believe that men should help women not only with household chores. I feel like that's so menial and so disrespectful to the whole feminist movement. This is not about just washing dishes and cooking. This is about you helping to take care of your child that you helped to create. This is about I don't know, supporting me emotionally. Paolindo, hi, how are you? He says, hey, how are you doing? This is my Italian friend who thinks he's from the Bronx or something like that. But yeah, no, I'm definitely a feminist at the core. Does that mean that I'm a radical feminist? Absolutely not, because I think that's ridiculous and they're hurting the movement. Paolindo says he's fine. I'm glad to hear that you're fine. So yeah, y'all. Good night all and host. Good night, Ro. Thank you so much for being here. I enjoyed your time. Paolindo says, what about you? Oh, I'm doing well, Paolindo. And Agnes says, long time. Right, but she was wrong, and there's nothing we can do about that, feminism or not. Foley says, thank you for the birthday boy. Thank you, Foley, for the birthday boy. By the way, my brother is not Foley. Agnes, hey, how are you? Agnes says, ¿Cómo estás? All right, so now we're speaking the other languages up in here. Speaking of other languages, I'm still going to bring it back. Oh, Paolindo. Let me ask Paolindo. Paolindo, where do I sound like I'm from? And then I will know if this lady is demented or not. Muy bien, ¿y tú? Estoy bien, gracias, linda, ¿y tú? Paolindo, where do I sound like I'm from? Like, where in the world does it sound like? I know you're from Italy, Paolindo. But I'm asking where I sound like I'm from. That's what I'm asking you. LMAO, Paolindo, the homie, he helps me practice my Spanish. That's good. Wait, Foley's not your brother? No, Foley's not my brother, but that's the account that my brother is using, if that makes any sense. Okay, Paolindo, if I'm Nigerian, but I'm asking, where do I sound like I'm from, Paolindo? You're telling me what I am. I'm not going to answer that question until you answer. Muy bien, guapo. Ooh, I used to be so good in Spanish. I should probably pick it back up. But that's not Italian. I know, right? I'm actually confused as to why. I guess he just understands Spanish, Beatrice. But, yeah. Guapa, you mean? Wait, who ended up saying guapo? I thought it was Agnes that said guapo. Guapo is for a man. I don't know. Paolindo, you don't know where I sound like I'm from? Oh, goodness. Do I sound like I'm from China? Do I sound like I'm from Jamaica? Beatrice Cadri, io sono italiano? Because Ibronca is a girl. Oh, no, I don't think they were talking to me. I think they were talking about, I don't know what was happening anymore. But anyway, what was I saying? Paolindo, do I sound like I'm from Jamaica? Do I sound like I'm from China? Do I sound like I'm from Antarctica? What is the accent in Antarctica? No clue. Anywho, great. That means I can actually finish at my 55-minute mark. Okay, my bad, y'all. I sound like I'm from China? Let me sing y'all a song in Chinese. Oh, Chinese is not a language. It was most likely Cantonese that I learned it in. But anyway, in 3rd grade, I learned a Chinese language. Xing shang xing yo mama hao. Yo mother how zi shang kwai bao. Toru mama di huai bao. Xing shang xing du liao. So, Paolindo says I sound like I'm from the Dominican Republic. Okay. VAO11 says that I sound like I'm from New York. Beatrice said I sound like I'm from Brooklyn. Okay. I cannot believe Paolindo right now. Brooklyn, honey. Who sounds like a Brooklyn? Paolindo. They can only hear me right now. What's going on with Paolindo? Okay, so ding, ding, ding to the people that said Brooklyn and New York. The reason why I bring that up is because today I was told that I sound like a Nigerian. Like I have I sound like a whole. I still need to go watch her because I haven't watched her. You told me to. I mean, I checked out her channel, but I didn't actually watch her. Wait, if you're okay, have you run into Rob from Brooklyn on here? I don't think so. If you're okay, you can speak with the perfect Italian pronunciation too. Congrats. His accent is so strong. Your accent sounds mixed. So here's the reason why my accent would probably be mixed, right? Because yes, I was born in Brooklyn, but I was raised in Queens, and we speak more like this in Queens. He's Nigerian. Oh yeah, well that's another thing too. If I don't have on a British accent, then I sound like I'm from Flatbush. Exactly. So my church is actually near Flatbush. So what are we talking about? And yes, it interchanges on purpose, actually, Agnes. It depends on my mood, right? Because sometimes I might have like a British accent depending on what's going on. I'm Italian, but my soul is Afro. Yes, that is what you tell me all the time. Are you from Sicily? I don't remember if I asked you that before, Paolo. But yes, that's Spanish, not Italian. Good night, Gladys Badon. We'll look out for your next upload soon. But what was I talking about, yeah? Oh yes, whatever I'm feeling is whatever accent is gonna come out. But if I'm in a professional setting, there's no way that I'm going to be switching in between accents. LOL, you still sound like sociology to me. I get that so much. New Yorkers are versatile with the voice changes. So I've heard. And I feel like the reason why, and she's like, Yadi, yes, alter ego, not Sicily. I'm near, Napoli? Okay. Napoli. Jesus, is it Napoli? I'll be Napoli. Good. Hello, Ibiorka, says Judy Turner. Hi, Judy Turner. How are you? Oh, I'm doing fine. How are you doing? I just use like maybe 4 accents in the last 2 minutes. Naples, I keep wanting to say Napoli, Jesus. And that's the Nigerian in me coming out. Y'all gonna have to forgive me, I'm sorry. But yes, the reason why New Yorkers are very versatile with their accents, JV Dub, no, I definitely said his name wrong. I think it was what's his name? V Dub. I sound German. Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Nacht. I actually have a German cousin. Hello, Beatrice Kadri. Naples not in Florida. Naples is Napoli in English. Naples is Napoli in English. So lost. Okay, V Dub Boogie, that's his name. I said it all the way wrong. So V Dub Boogie said that New Yorkers are versatile with their accents. And when we say New Yorkers, we just mean New York City. If you're not from New York City, then you're not from New York. You're from upstate or whatever else, right? So New Yorkers are very versatile with their accents because you have Jamaicans, you have Haitians, you have V-Dub Boogies greeting everybody. You have, you literally have everybody from like the high school I went to, you could do it too. I believe you, V-Dub Boogie. I went to Brooklyn Technical High School, right? And this is one of the largest high schools in America, not just New York, right? American people call it Naples, Italy, Napoli, Italia. I mean that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know, but I don't know if I'm saying Napoli correctly. Like I'm hearing it wrong. New York is basically a melting pot, correct? I married a Jamaican woman. What is your ethnicity, Vida Boogie? Are you Black American? Are you from somewhere in the Caribbean? Beatrice Kadri, are you from New York? I don't know. Go and watch her channel. You'll find out she's not from New York. And yes, I know that was a Nigerian accent that I just used. I was born by that high school. Oh, really? Okay, so that Fort Greene area, Flatbush area. Yes, Puerto Ricans. Definitely have Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. What's the country that doesn't speak Spanish but it sounds like... Oh, Dominica. So, yeah. That's the close by name. But yeah, so I went to Brooklyn Technical High School. Oh, you're Panamanian and African American. Okay, cool. Panama. Yes. So there was like 1,200. There were like 1,200 students in my graduating high school class. There were almost 5,000 kids. Puerto Rican women are wonderful. I'm sure they are. There were almost like 5,000 kids in my high school. You're from Abalende? Hey, God. So anyway. Abalende is a place in Lagos, in Nigeria, yes. I didn't get accepted to Brooklyn Tech. You went to Grady. I think I've heard of Grady. So that's the thing, though. I don't know any Brooklyn high schools, right? Because I lived in Queens for a majority of my life. So, yeah. But I know Grady. I think Grady's in Brooklyn. And then I think there was like a high school called High School for Technology and Science. I made that up. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I know nothing about... Brooklyn high schools, but I do know a lot about Queens high schools because I've lived in Queens for like over 20 years. Your ex-wife is from Elmont. So Elmont is funny because Elmont's actually Long Island, but we claim it as Queens. So that's funny. We don't have Puerto Rican women in Italy. I'm sorry about that. Scratch that. I'm from Anambra. She's about to... Beatrice, you know what you're about to make me do. But yeah. So that's the reason why New Yorkers can do like a whole bunch of accents, just because we're surrounded by so many of those accents. I feel like I've met somebody from almost every country in New York. I didn't say every, but almost every country. Like my high school alone was like a mini UN, so that makes sense. I lived in Queens for a while. Oh, what part of Queens? Oh, St. Albans. That's actually close to where I live. That's cool, says Agnes. Yes, I actually liked it. I feel like it made me very exposed and very aware about a lot of things in the world, a lot of cultures in the world at a very young age too. Because before age, because what, I graduated high school at 17, right? So yeah, by 17, I met somebody from almost everywhere in the world, and like, you know, I can eat like when you pass every neighborhood, you're in a different country. Essentially, I almost got you there. I peeped that. Beatrice will fights, but yeah. So like, I could eat seaweed and paki with the East Asian kids, or I could eat curry with the Indian kids, or I could eat. I've been in New York twice. I lived in yeah. You did tell me you lived in Washington Heights, actually. Yeah. But essentially, the point is, New Yorkers are diverse. So yeah, everywhere in the world, Bosnia, Bengali, exactly. Actually, exactly. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a. I feel like the only person that, like, the only country that I hadn't yet met until I got to college was Swaziland. Swaziland is like, I don't want to call it a territory, but it's a country in South Africa. Paula will come to Cali next time. I think I know somebody from everywhere. You probably do. But yeah, Swaziland, I've only been to New York twice too. Swaziland is a country within South Africa, like Lesotho and all that type of stuff. And they actually have a king, so it's a kingdom. So that's interesting. Paulino says he has a lot of Nigerian friends in Italy. Yeah, there are a lot of Nigerian people in Italy. But anyway, I just want to wrap up on Love is War, because that is what Bonnets N Bochinche is about. At least this episode of it is. Speaking of which, Agnes, are you inviting me? Yes, she is. I got the word bochinche from my Dominican friends. So like, anytime you want to like chat or gossip or you know, gist, they be like, oh, I had fun in France mimicking them. Well, I missed your last comment before that, so I don't know who you were mimicking. Oh, you know somebody from everywhere. Okay. Back to the movie. I almost forgot. Yeah, I'm about to get back to the movie too. So, speaking of France, when I was in Paris, oh my god. Oh my god, I did that wrong. Hello, host. How are you doing? Hi, Lux Mum TV. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ibiro Keltushile, and you are welcome to the second installment of Bonnets N Bochinche, where Bochinche means chit-chat. So let's get into some beta gist. Hey, Bob, Beatrice, please don't keep going forward. What happened in Paris? All right, so Paris is beautiful, right? And yes, it is old but nice, Vida Boogie. The thing is, a lot more of Parisians understand English than they like to pretend. And I get it. In their country, they speak French, so I should not expect them to be able to help me. I get it. I totally understand it. But when you are in the city proper and you want to tell me that absolutely nobody understands English, including store workers and police and all these things, y'all lying. It is magnifique. Y'all are lying. I know y'all understand English. So I went there in 2014. That was the last time I was in Paris. I went in 2014 with a bum phone. So it would like die every 5 seconds. And so I had to carry my charger around with me. And my friend who does speak French, I was nowhere near her. So I was using Google Maps. I was using the spirit of my ancestors within, and I was using my common sense to get around Paris by myself. Oh my gosh. And then there was a point where I was like, you know what? There's no point in trying to figure out how to get home. Just enjoy what you see. Beatrice Kaji, yeah, there are a lot of people from Benin State, but there's a part of people from, okay, right? They hate to go out of their way to translate. I know, but that's the thing that's annoying to me, Beatrice, because people say New Yorkers are so mean, and it's like, no, New Yorkers are not mean. They're just very curt, and they like to get to the point because we all have places to be. But I know that there were several times where I was on the train and somebody who like speaks Spanish, for example, would be asking for directions, right? Because maybe the map is confusing. So I literally would get out my Google Translate from the little Spanish that I do remember to be like, this, that, and the third, and I would speak it back, or if I couldn't speak it, then I would show them my phone. Yo, French people are so mean, exactly, V-dub. I would show them my phone, and everybody would work together to get this lost person to where they need to go. But in, what's it called? In Paris, they were just like, So one lady, she must have saw like, okay, this girl is lost and frustrated. And so she came up to me and she's like, I see you've been looking for help. Let me help you. I said, God bless you, ma'am. Whatever. So I got what I needed to get, and then I got back home, which was great. Gingy says, hello, I'm new. Nice to have you here. Do I have any moderators in this chat right now? Let me make Beatrice and Agnes a moderator. How do I do that? I can't see add moderator, just in case. Look, I'm from New York. I'm bad, but I was insulted at some points. Let me tell you something. The French are up front. No, the French are rude and the New Yorkers are nice. And I promise I'm not being biased. Like, I really promise I'm not being biased. Even when I was in Miami, when I lived in Miami, people from Miami are actually mean, okay? And people who have lived in both Miami and New York, who aren't like from either place, will tell you that people in Miami are actually a lot meaner than New Yorkers. Like, I think we're nice, but of course you're gonna say I'm biased. Yes, really. Okay, did I miss anything? I was saying Okay. All right. So Miami is old, but nice as well. What part of Miami? Because Miami's being gentrified right now. So like, if you go to Miami proper, it's not old anymore. New Yorkers seem super mean. No, we're up front, and we don't have time to waste. Okay, we like to get to the point. You need to get to. I said hi, Gingy. Somebody said hi to this man. New Yorkers just don't play. They have places to be and people to see. Exactly, Agnes. Because if we miss that train, we don't know when the next train is coming. So we need to get on the train ASAP. You hear me? Exactly. Oh wait, I was supposed to make Agnes a mod the next time I saw her name. Okay, great. All right. Awesome. Back to the movie, because we have 8 minutes and 14 seconds left of this stream. Yes, you're blue, Beatrice Kadri. You're blue. And so is Agnes right now. All right. So we were talking about Love is War. So my question, yes, it's beautiful, right? Y'all look good. Y'all matching with me, okay? Zen and blue right now. I love New York, I love Harlem, I love Brooklyn, and I want to visit to Philadelphia, Boston, Chicago, Las Vegas, and Cali. So you know what? It's funny because my friends always say, wow, Ronke, you've been around the world, but you haven't been to the West Coast of America. The farthest out Midwest that I've been is Michigan. And I'm like, that's crazy. New York is rude. Go speak to the Chinese. New York is not rude. New York is not rude. Chinese people are Chinese people. Enjoying the Paris. Just thank you, Lux Mom TV. Thank you. I have never been to the West Coast. Same. The farthest out west I've been is Michigan. And that was when I was 15. I did a summer program. You lived in Chicago? I did a summer program at the University of Michigan when I was 15. It was like for Africana studies or something of this sort. It was basically like just studying Black culture in America. It was such a great time. Oh my gosh, I learned so much, and I think it helped my writing a lot as well. I was always a great writer, but that just made me amazing. Las Vegas, no problem. Once Corona goes away. Arizona is nice too, but very dry and brown. I feel like Arizona heat would be similar to Dubai heat. Dubai's heat is so dry, it pierces your skin. Oh my gosh, London, the babes are so freaking rude at times, but the guys are always nice. I agree about that too. I visited all the HBCUs on the East Coast. Indies World is saying hello to Agnes. You wonder why? You know what? Beatrice, didn't I tell you the story? You know what? I'm going to tell the story all over again. I've told it on my live once, but that live must be private now. So, I don't know if I can call them London babes, because they were actually IJGBs, which means I just got back, but they were London based. And it was funny because like Nigerian based women were telling me like they could tell the difference between like me and the others, whether they were actually Nigerian or whether they were British. I want to marry me in Las Vegas in the type of fake ceremony where there's a preacher. No, I think those are real because it's for state law, Palinda. But yeah, back to the story. I'm gonna stop reading the chat for a second. Yes, so back to the story. One Nigerian girl was like, are you from the US? And then I was like, yes. She was like, no, not even by your accent. Like, the fact that you're nice. I was like, like, should I be mean? She's like, no, you don't understand. Like, everything's a competition here. And Nigerian girls are not nice to each other. And the British girls who come back to Nigeria are not nice either. And I was like, oh, okay. But, like, I usually don't get those vibes just because I personally don't care. Like, I'm not here to be making, like, competition with you. So I'm going to say hello to you. I'm going to tell you your dress looks nice because it looks nice. And, you know, that's that on that. Like, the British babes, their makeup is always B, okay? Their hair is always laid. It's so nice. They wear, like, really good quality clothing. They smell good. I'm not going to take that away from them, right? Like, you know, you tell it like it is. They look great. I hope it won't be obvious that I'm a JJC. It's going to be very obvious that you're a JJC, Beatrice, okay? But yeah, it's like the British babes, they're of their own caliber. And that is not to say that the American babes don't, you know, pop out when they need to. They definitely pop out when they need to. British babes know they carry last though, but they're mean. Yep. Yeah, from the YouTubers I watch, they're always camps. Yeah, so that's the thing with Americans, right? Americans don't care because it's like, whatever. Like, I'm here. I'm not. But British babes, they can never be caught slipping. Like, they will wake up with eyelashes on in their video. And it's like, you know, to each their own. Yeah, you have the accent, but your skin looks different. They're going to tell you. They can just tell that you don't live in Nigeria. Don't ask me how. Hi, everyone, says Nancy Amen TV. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ibiro Nkautashile. You are welcome to the second installment of Bonnets N Bochinche, where Bochinche means chit-chat. So, welcome to some beta gist. I almost forgot the line. That's why I look that way. Yeah, everyone here is laid back and you don't see a lot of people wearing wigs because it's hot. Exactly. Like, I'm actually sweating with these short sleeves. Oh, God. The heat is on. I need to go turn it off. But yeah, I went to like a house party in Lagos with British IJGBs. So, basically, women, well, not just women, people from England that came back that December break. And then I think I was the only American there, actually. Yeah. They were either all British or all Nigerian. I walked in. So y'all see how my hair is right now? I had done a braid out. But think about Nigerian heat and imagine what my hair actually looked like by this time. So I had an afro. I was wearing like this gray crop top. I had on tan riding pants. Was it tan or black? Yeah, you do know this story, Beatrice. It was either tan or black. Who cares what the color was? And I had on these really cute sandals. But it was very obvious that I was their house girl. These girls had on Givenchy, they had on Chanel, they had YSL. Like, they were decked out in name brand. Their makeup looked like they went to Sephora, they went to MAC, but like they paid somebody to do it. You know, their hair, I've seen bone straight wigs in my life, but oh, you have never seen a bone straight wig until you met a British babe or a Nigerian babe. Oh my gosh, so they looked amazing. And I mean, that doesn't mean, yes, slay queens, like they were slaying. And now that doesn't mean that like I look like a pauper or anything, but I clearly didn't look like them. Like, you know, the house girl always wins in the end though. This sounds like a Nollywood movie. But yeah, so I came in and the person who invited me introduced me. And I was like, oh, this is my friend Roncat from America. I guess maybe the fact that he said from America, I don't know. Maybe that's what caused the enmity. I don't know. I've seen them on Twitter. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if that's what caused the issue. But yeah, they weren't really happy. So I sat in a corner because, you know, I got to respect myself. What's a slay queen? A slay queen is somebody who always looks their best 10 over 10, 24/7, 365 or 366 days a year. Like, they are never caught slipping. Their hair is always done. They never have crust in their eyes. They never have boogers, and that idiot was there too. They never have boogers in their nose. They just always look great. They're wearing name brand. They're wearing high heels, everything. So I go sit in a corner and we're playing a game, right? So while we play this game, the game was, I don't know what the name of the game is, wearing a suit to take out the garbage. Exactly! Fully Kinky gets it. That's how Nigerians behave, wearing a freaking suit to throw out the garbage. And I personally don't even care about that. Is this? I don't know what you're pointing at, Paulindo. But yes, so I sat in the corner and the game, basically Nella Rose, but Nigerian, exactly. My heart goes out to Nella Rose, by the way. I send like my deepest and most sincere, God, it's because I'm reading, so I can't think at the same time. My deepest and my most sincere condolences. I send it your way, Nella Rose, if you ever do see this. I don't think you would. But you know, it's in this time, we're in a pandemic, which is traumatic to everybody anyway, but then to lose a loved one, that's just super traumatic, like on top of that. So I send love, prayers, and positive energy her way. And to everybody who lost somebody during this period, I personally cannot imagine, and I don't want to imagine. So that's why I'm just like sending all good vibes your way. In regards to the person that tried me, that Beatrice is talking about, so the game is, this person has to ask me a question, and I have to ask the next person a question. If I respond to that person's question, this person's question, or I take, or I pause before answering, or I pause before talking to this person, then I have to drink, right? And no, that's not happening because I'm not about to be drinking in a foreign country by myself. Oh my gosh. So, everybody's asking questions. A lot of people have gone out of the chat. That's fine. Or I don't know if you mean to Britain. I'm not sure. Oh, or maybe you mean a lot of people have died. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably what you meant. But yeah, so everybody's asking questions. This girl now turns to me. She said, I'm still here. Oh, thank you. She says to me, Ronke, why are you wearing a crop top? Do you think your belly is flat? Yeah, pandemic. I finally got a V-Dub boogie, sorry. Now, at this time, my belly actually was flat because this was back in 2017, I think. Like, I was actually skintier. But this girl literally said to me, Ronke, so the fact that she even remembered my name, it was like, wow, sis, you're really pressed. I look like this compared to you and you're still pressed about me. Did I slap her? No, I don't behave like that, unfortunately. So she was like, okay, why are you wearing a crop top? Do you think your belly's flat? So I looked at her and I turned to the next person and I said, Rose, why are you so beautiful? And then everybody was like, nah, cuts. They were all like fighting for me. Let me read the comments. She said, OMG, did you slap her? That's none of her business. And it's still flat, says Beatrice Kadri. No, right now it's not flat, but thank you for being a great sister. So I would have said, don't worry about it, sweetheart. Hi, Empress Paul TV. How are you doing today? You would have said, don't worry about it, sweetheart. No, but that's the thing, Agnes. If I answered her, I would have to drink. So I just was like, Rose, why are you so beautiful? But the whole room was like, no. Pause. Don't worry about belly. We need a belly too. The bones are for dogs. Empress Paul TV says it's their first time here. Well, welcome. Nice of you to join us. We're just basically chit-chatting. If your belly flat, where are you going in this pandemic? Okay. Yes, but the thing is, V-Dub Boogie, this was back in 2017. She took advantage to throw the jab. Exactly. She threw a jab at me. But the thing is, I just have never found myself to like get that low and respond back to her. Like, you're insecure and that's sad. So now I'm going to take my positive energy and just ask the next person why she's so beautiful. Because we're all created in God's image. But the whole room was like, no. That one was too much. Why did you ask that? Do you people know each other from before? And I was like, help me ask her. Because you would have thought like, we were fighting over a man. We were fighting over money. She was trying to hit below the belt because she knew she could get away with it. Yeah. Because remember, I looked... So, besides the fact that I wasn't even dressed the part, my face, I guess, looked a lot younger than too. So, I looked a lot younger than the people in that room. Thank you so much, Empress Paul. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Every woman can be sexy with or without belly. I agree. Bear in mind, she was nursing this in her mind the whole time. Exactly, because she remembered my name. Like, and why would you remember my name? Because I didn't remember yours. Fully KK says, if they go low, you soar high. Exactly. Like, there's never any reason to get down to somebody because you look just as those. Because if I turn back around and said, well, why your eyebrows crooked and your teeth look like that, it's gonna be like, okay, y'all both petty. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's foolish. Like at the end of the day, she looked silly and I didn't, and I didn't have to drink either. So it was like, and everybody ended up attacking her. At least you're confident naturally. Exactly. Thank you. We thank God, because there are a lot of people who are clearly very beautiful, but they don't realize their own self-worth or whatever they need. Oh, thank you. Empress Paul says that they love my hair. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. But yeah, at the end of the day, soar high. When she takes that makeup off, she probably... Okay. It's very possible that she would look unrecognizable, but that's none of my concern because I don't even remember how she looks. Like if I walked by her on the street, I probably would not recognize her. So imagine I took time out of my life to respond to such a person that I don't even remember how she looks. That's silly, But anyway, that's that on that. That was my experience with these very nice British babes in Nigeria. But I think it also depends on like where you were raised and like the type of setting. Because I have cousins who live in England, and like when you live in like, I think they call them town councils, or like you live in very close proximity to a whole bunch of other people. I mean, this is a generalization. It's not true for everybody. You have a tendency to be the stereotypical mean British babe. But I feel like if you grew up on love or whatever, and you have God or some sort of confidence in yourself, then you're not that stereotypical mean British babe. Because, for example, I think my cousins are actually very nice. Like, I think I'm mean compared to my cousins in the UK. And I don't think any of us are mean, right? But I'm just saying, like, if they're such sweethearts, you get what I'm saying? Like, clearly the stereotype is not true for all. So, yeah, growing up unhappy. Exactly. You have to remember, not everybody grows up on love. A lot of people grow up on trauma, right? So the only way they know how to relate with other people, I'm going to read that. The only way they know how to relate with people is to bring them down to where they are, right? In order for somebody to bring you down, they already have to be below you anyway. So don't allow anybody to drag you down. You're already on this ladder. Stay on the ladder. So Beatrice Kaji said, you didn't have to wear a 40-inch wig and you still got invited to the party, and she was pressed that she had to make a lot of effort just to be considered. Beatrice, you know how like, let me see. Jesus, I'm trying to like say the Yoruba proverb before I say it out loud, before I say it wrong. But basically it translates to, if Dada cannot fight, he at least has a younger sibling that he can rely on. That's Beatrice. Because like, I don't know if you know, like, I don't have a biological sister, but I know a lot of times you have an older sister and a younger sister, right? And the older sister is always like, no, let it go. But the younger sister is always ready to fight. I have two friends, Kumbi and Relacat. Relacat is so quiet, so judgy, but if anybody messes with Relacat, Kumbi's about to fight you. So like, that's Beatrice to me. Agnes says you spent, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Empress Paul TV. I appreciate that. She put 2 pounds up in the live stream. Beatrice, can you please put her link in the chat for me? Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate that, Empress Paul TV. And I pray that where you took that money from will never run dry. I pray that your pockets are forever full. And I pray that as you bless me, people will continue to bless you. Thank you so very much. I really, really, really do appreciate that. Because, I mean, hey, people are not going to work in this pandemic, and you still felt the need to bless me. I really do appreciate that. My moderator, Beatrice, Kadri, or Agnes, will put your link in the chat. Chinelo's Diary says, hello, host. Hello, everyone. Hi, Chinelo. How are you? How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. We were just discussing, what were we discussing? Oh, love is war. That's what this whole stream is about. Thank you, Beatrice, for putting her link in the stream. Chase, hold on, I gotta turn this heat off before I die. So again, Love is War is about a couple that basically went to war for a gubernatorial position in Ondo State, which is in Nigeria, and it gets really nasty, really messy, really quickly. And so the question basically was, to what lengths would you go in order to fulfill your own personal aspirations as a married person, right? Because so often we see that people no longer understand what the institution of marriage is. Thanks, Beatrice. I'm always for real. Thank you, Empress Paul TV again. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for helping me grow and for sowing into my ministry. May people sow into your ministry as well, because you bless me, God will bless you as well. Yes, so many times people get married and don't realize. Yes, accept the prayer. You're supposed to say amen. Just because the prayer is for one person does not mean that you can't claim it as well. You know, claim these prayers, they free. But yes, what was I saying? Oh yes, so many times people get married and they forget that they're no longer one, that two have become one, right? And I feel like once people start remembering that again, then everything will be all right. Now, that's not to say that when I get married, I'm going to have a joint account. All the people that have joint accounts, big ups to y'all. You are way more mature than I am. I'm not there yet, okay? And this is not a matter of my money is my money, his money is his money kind of a thing. Like, this has nothing to do with it. I don't know. I feel like it will never be even unless you and your spouse make the same amount. Unless you two have the same salary, some way, somehow, there's going to be some sort of discrepancy. Like, it might just lead to a fight, and you don't want that. Like, over money, that would be a terrible reason. But that's the reason why a lot of couples do have issues. Unless, of course, right, you know, both spouses put a certain percentage into that joint account, then it will be fair. But the thing is, even with that being fair, right, there might be a greater strain on the person who makes less money. So let's say one person, yes, so that's my mantra, his money is my money is my money, our money is my money. Don't take me seriously, please. But let's just say one spouse makes 100,000 and another spouse makes 50,000, right? If you now say, let's put 10% of that into the joint account, the 50,000 person would only be putting 5,000 in, and the 100,000 person would only be putting 10,000 in. And like, I mean, I guess that's fair mathematically, but it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just personally, look, people should keep their money separately. Beatrice Kadri just left your house, says Empress Paul TV. Paulino says you already know. I mean, Beatrice said, Paulino, you already know. I don't know. That's for couples to decide. That's why couples should speak before they get married. These are important things to talk about, right? Finances, how you want your kids to be raised, how are you gonna support each other, and not just like financially, but like emotionally, spiritually, how involved are your families gonna be, right? Because I'm a believer in families marry families. Now, don't get me wrong. I do believe that families, yes, if you want kids, I do believe that families marry families, but that does not mean that they have a say in your personal matter. That's a dub. What you're not going to do is have your mom come and talk, or have my mom come and talk. Like, that's a negative. No. So Paulino says, I'm joking, Beatrice Kadri. My money is our money. Your money is our money. Our money is Jesus. I think I got what he meant though. He's joking, clearly. But yeah, that was what Love is War is about. Oh, speaking of which, the husband actually brought that up, because the wife was like, aren't you, your approach is right, host. Look, Empress Paul TV, I can only say the little I know before I get up into that wedding or that marriage. Beatrice said, are both of y'all sane? I'm single. But Empress Paul TV, you know, like, there are just too many couples who break up because of money, and it won't even be big money. Like, that's the thing. It's just the fact that one person feels cheated, or like, oh, I pay more bills, oh, well, I buy more grocery, or I bought the kids clothes, well, I pay for the kids schooling. And the thing is, both of these might actually amount to a large amount, like a amount of money for each person. But because each person cannot see it or they're not doing it together, it leaves room for a lot of problem. Exactly. Money is nothing if you can't have a happy and lovely family. Exactamundo. God, my arm hurts so bad. You know when you get a shot and then like your arm just gets numb and they warn you before it happens? Yeah. I feel like I can't move my left arm. But at the end of the day, love wins. Oh, that's what the husband said. The husband was like, I feel like, I've been supporting you your whole career. She's like, what do you mean you've been supporting me my whole career or whatever? He was like, I've been in your shadow. I'm so traditional, almost African. He was like, I've been in your shadow, which is true. Like, yes, he's a medical doctor and he has his own prestige from his prestigious work, but it's like he's the first man, right? Because she is the one doing, big exploits in politics. So, and don't marry a broke man either. Hallelujah, amen. Broke men should not be getting married, okay? You need to save your money first. Save your money and figure out finances. And the reason why I say that, like all jokes aside, is like because I come from the Christian Nigerian Black background of it all, where the man is the head of the house. That doesn't mean that the wife is like a slave or subordinate. It just means that if he's the head of the house, he needs to be able to delegate. He needs to be able to have a say based on his own workings, based on his own, why is English escaping me? Based on his own credentials, right? Like, you can't be telling your wife and children, you guys need to go out and buy groceries, but there's no money. How they gonna do that? Like, you the head. And the thing is, if you are broke, then you need to figure out. You need to strategize, right? I liken it to a group project, right? I, the wife, am definitely a big, person in this project. I help you with your ideas and stuff. But at the end of the day, we need a group leader. And that group leader is the one who's going to have the final say on like how we should have everything run. But it's like, if there's nothing in your head or there's no money in your pocket, how are you going to do that? How are you going to expect somebody to submit to you, but you don't have any morals, any principles? Your foundation is weak. What's really good? I'm not understanding, Paulinda said, my parents are from South Italy. They're like African parents. They do traditional and they grow children in a serious way. That's good. Beatrice says you can't be the head of the house and can't provide. Exactly. What are you heading? You didn't give anything out, right? How are you going to delegate different assignments and different tasks if you don't have anything? But again, I'm a singular person. Beatrice is also a singular person. That means that we're single people. So like, don't take our word for it. Go ask a married woman, go ask a married man, and they could tell you better. But anyway, I would love to end the stream. Tani Belu, after we finished discussing love is war, and after I said I would love to end the stream, Tani Belu now show her face. She open her eye, and she now show her face. Yeah, I'll be leaving soon, Paolo, in like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Actually, 1 minute and 20 seconds. I definitely counted wrong. I just wanted to say hello to Tani. Because she has started again. I don't have anything to do. Paulina said bye. Beatrice said not facts, just opinions. Exactly. It's not facts, right? Because at the end of the day, everybody's relationship works differently. Like we saw in Love is War, the wife was the more she was the more seen person, the more renowned person, and the husband was in the background. But there are a lot of relationships where the husband's in the forefront, the wife is in the background, or where they actually just helpmates and everybody's on the same level. Beatrice said, wait, what is it? Tenny Bale says, hello, sorry again. Tenny Bale says, what were you saying now? We are talking about Love is War now. Beatrice says, Tenny, you're right on time. And then Foley says 100. They're both messing her. 8029 Fashions in the house. Hi. She says she's watching ads. Oh, okay. Tenny Bell's laughing. A29 is greeting the house. Tenny Bello says, did you find it interesting? You can recommend more. I found it interesting. That's what I was saying. I enjoyed the movie, and I watched your Netflix suggestion. So when I'm done with my deadline, then I'm definitely going to be back on those movies, because I totally forgot about some of them. You know, when they show in Nigerian theaters and they don't show in American theaters, you forget about them. But I'm so glad that Netflix is doing an amazing job of putting Nollywood movies out for the public to see. A29 says she's in. How are you, host? I'm doing well. How are you? Thank you so very much for stopping by. I loved your last video. Well, actually, I don't know if it was your last video, but your video about the mask. If anybody wants to know how to make their own mask, go to A29 Fashion channel and you will find a tutorial there. But yes, I loved Love is War. I loved Love is War. And that's that on that. So I will not be seeing you next week, actually. I'm just going to upload 2 videos in next week, because I have something to do next week, so I cannot be available. But because I can't leave y'all hanging, I'm going to have 2 videos. One video would come in place of today, and then the normal Friday scheduled video. Tenny Bello says, but they keep giving us a lot of Omoni Oboli movies. So here's the thing with that, right? I think it's basically who has ties with Netflix, who has connections with Netflix. Because I think like Netflix Africa, they've just recently started it. And I saw a lot of the people who are members of Netflix Africa are, of course, Nigerian. I mean, you have to go where the industry is biggest. It doesn't mean that our industry is better than other countries' movie industry. It just means that ours is more renowned, right? And you have to go where the money is, and that's exactly why Netflix is doing that. It's the same way that besides Omoni Oboli, what's the other lady called? Ebony TV. What's that lady's name? But her movies are also there. I think hers was maybe the first African movie they have there. Wedding Story. That's not the name of it. Wedding Party. Oh, wow. I saw a super chat. Congratulations on your monetization, sissy. Thank you so very much. A29 Fashion. She gave me a whooping £1.99. Thank you, Mo Abadou. Beatrice, Penny, please put A29's link in the chat for me. God bless you so much, big sis. You know, I recently found out, by recently, maybe in the last 2 or 3 weeks, that she's sisters, that she is VAO11's sister, and VAO11 is my British big sis. Every time she'll be like, oh, just a quick one, just a quick one, just a quick one. And she sends me a voice note. But thank you so very much, A29 Fashion. The place that you got that money from will never run dry. Your pocket's going to be all big and it's going to be all full. A29 Fashion is going to soar. It's another 0.79 pound. Big money, big money. This is what I like to see. God bless you, ma. Thank you so very much. Your children are for signs and wonders. Honest, it's so annoying because, you know, you're not supposed to pray for adults too much in Yoruba culture, but I just have to pray for you because I'm so grateful for blessing me. You will continually be blessed, ma. Thank you so very much. I really super duper appreciate it. But let me not overstep on Yoruba culture. Let me, you know, step back. But just know from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate what you just, oh God, my left arm donated. Let me read the chat. I think I missed some stuff. Better storyline, maybe. I agree with that. Tiny Bello, again, A29 Fashion blessed me and I'm so grateful. Beatrice Kadri said Gollywood isn't better, for example. Gollywood is, okay, I don't want to start a Nigeria versus Ghana war. My sister Beatrice gave me €5. Thank you so much. A29 Fashion gave me another 0.79 poundy. Thank you so very much. And to think that I was supposed to leave. I really was supposed to leave. But thank you so very much again, A29 Fashion. I like, honestly, soaring is your portion. A29 Fashion is about to be right next to Vogue in Jesus' name. Just all you gotta just claim it and keep working. Beatrice Kadri, my baby sis, I thank you so very much. I don't know, Beatrice, from Jack Daniels, or Adam and Eve, but this girl loves on me so hard. She watches my videos and comments, like she watches in full, and it's just like, thank you so very much. God bless you. I pray that your channel will keep on growing. You're gonna get to your 1K, you're gonna get to your 4K, then you're gonna have those ads, then you're gonna have endorsements. Everybody who blessed me today will be blessed in Jesus' name. Beatrice, thank you so very much. Everything that has to do with you will always be good. It will always be great. Commit your works to the Lord and it will all succeed. In fact, you have succeeded already. Thank you so very much to you, to Empress Paul TV, to AE29, to all my super chatters. I say a very big thank you. God bless you all so much. Oh my gosh, I'm really overjoyed. Thank you, because at the end of the day, you do not have to give me money, but I'm so grateful. Gollywood isn't better, for example. Tenny Baylor says Mo Abudu. LOL, I told you that. Yeah, no, it was a good movie. Is that your real hair? Yeah, it's my real hair. Where am I gonna get my hair done? Everywhere is closed in in New There are no open places. You're welcome. Beatrice 8. Oh, they're putting in the links. Amen. She asked me about my hair. Yeah. Oh, and then now, so she came back on her children's channel, AE29 Kids, and they gave me £1.99. So they're not yet at their 1K, 4K. So please, like, go subscribe and run them. If you can, just run them. It doesn't take much. Just open up a tab and run the channel. We want to get them to to their goal, to their threshold as soon as possible. So please help them out. She said, I love you, Auntie. Congratulations. That's so cute. Thank you. Thank you, my babies. A29 says, smash the like, guys. All right. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. I'm hot. I'm burning. I'm not going to be here next week, but there will be videos, and it's actually going to be on Shea Bay powder, because I know you asked me, Tenny, about it. And also Christine Okosun asked me, and some other people asked me, and I personally do not like answering the same question more than once. I don't mean it to be rude. I just would rather not repeat myself, because I won't even know who I spoke to at first before I start giving the same information over and over. Why am I reading this? Oh, I was reading I wrote down the synopsis of the video. Okay, no problems. We'll be expecting that then. No problem. And I'm actually going to put out a video about, hopefully it uploads, my hair, but it's not up. It's down the way I did it. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Thank you so very much, AE29 Kids, AE29 Fashion, Tenny Baylor, Beatrice, Kadri. I hope it works, because all recommendations never work for me. To be honest, I feel like it depends on the hair. I also feel like YouTubers lie, but I can't say that since I'm a YouTuber. But I intend to be telling the truth in my videos, because, yeah. Yes, please, a video about your hair and my skin. Don't worry, I'm even going to title, I actually wrote it down because of you. The name of the series is going to be, Since Y'all Want to Be Deceived So Bad, Skincare Routine. Since Y'all Want to Be Deceived So Bad, Hair Care Routine, blah, blah, blah. But yes. Oh, A29 Kids, thank you. So again, I want to thank everybody that came into the house. I, Gladon, Tenny Bello, Foley Kane, Beatrice, Kadri, Paulindo, Agnes, I keep saying V-Dub Boogie, yeah. Empress Paul TV, everybody, you deserve the love. You're so supportive. Thank you, BB baby. I appreciate you. And you know what? Everybody have a wonderful night. Oh, she's saying hello to Tenny and Beatrice. You know what? I should ask Sis V for your number. Because I was going to, that was going to be very weird how I was going to try and contact you. But I'll just ask your sister for your number. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, I'm sweating to death. I don't know if that's obvious, so I'm really going to go now. But thank you so much. Good night, everybody. Thank you again, Empress Paul TV. She says thumbs up to the host. Thank you so much. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Bye.